when you combine a field made up of some of the best club professionals in the country with an historic venue like the Piping Rock Club in Locust Valley, Long Island, you wind up with an event that produces a quality champion. And that's just what happened at this year's Lincoln Met PGA Championship. Mark Brown, the head professional at the Tam O'Shanter Club, won his second event of the year and his second Met PGA Championship with the low round of the final day, a 4-under 67 to finish 6 under for the 3-day 54-hole event. Brown's performance was all the more remarkable given the conditions and the proven players at the top of the leaderboard. A chilly, gusting wind plagued every contestant, as it not only made club selection difficult, but also dried the greens to lightning speed. The classic 6,800-yard Piping Rock layout was at its most difficult. Teeing off the last group of the day with Brown were 36-hole leader Danny Ballin of Burning Tree Country Club, who began the day 6 under after a pair of 68s. Rob Labritz of Glen Arbor Golf Club was 3 strokes off Ballin's lead. Both Ballin and Labritz were fresh off playing in the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits, where Labritz earned honors as the low club professional in that major championship. While the Lincoln Met PGA was decided in that last group with what became a fierce shot-for-shot duel, there were plenty of fireworks going off in the groups ahead. Reigning New York State Open champion Keith DeCiani of Metropolis would post a 2-under 69 to finish in a tie for 4th, along with Matt Dobbins of Deepdale, who closed with a 1-under round of 70. Mike Meehan of Nassau made 3 birdies and no bogeys over the back 9, including 2 on 17 and 18 to finish at 1 under and alone in 3rd place. But it was the play among the final threesome that ultimately produced the most drama. And the tone was set on the very first hole. After all 3 hit wayward drives, only Mark Brown was able to salvage a par. Rob Labritz followed his opening bogey with 2 more on the 2nd and 3rd holes to quickly fall back to even par for the championship. And while he gamely fought off bad breaks and bounces the rest of the round to shoot even par over the remaining holes, he couldn't stay with Ballin or Brown, who managed to distance themselves from the field on the front 9. Mark Brown immediately got into contention, going 4 under in a stretch of 4 holes. Beginning with a birdie on the par 3 3rd hole, he followed with a birdie at the 5th, and then hit perhaps the winning shot of the championship at the par 5 6th hole. His second shot from the fairway finished tight to the hole for a tap-in eagle that took him to 6 under par. That gave Brown a 1-shot lead over Danny Ballin, who rebounded from his 2 opening hole bogeys to birdie that same 6th hole and get back to 5 under for the championship. The middle of the round was a struggle for both players as both made 2 bogeys. Still 1 shot back of Brown, Ballin finally caught him at the par 4 15th hole, where his birdie got him to 4 under par for the championship. But Mark Brown responded on the very next hole with a birdie of his own to regain his 1-stroke advantage. After the 2 contenders matched pars on the 17th hole, Brown delivered the coup de grace on 18. After launching a monster drive of nearly 340 yards, he hit a 4-iron 198 yards to the elevated green on the par 5. 2 putts later, his closing birdie gave him a 2-shot victory and his second Lincoln Met PGA title.
To beat all these guys that are, top players in the Met section at Piping Rock really means a lot.
The $15,000 winner's check, made possible thanks to title sponsor Lincoln, came as something of a belated present 1 day after Mark Brown's 44th birthday. The final scores stood as testimony to the high caliber of players in the Met PGA section and the equally high quality of golf presented by the timeless challenge that is the Piping Rock Club.